象。那如果像高尔好了，高尔在你们有看过他那个不理我，不理我。好，高尔好了，你们有看过他那个不愿面对真相的那个吗？那他在讲这件事的话，是一个非常专业的一些议题。那一样，他当然就是因为专业的议题，他当然要穿着比较严肃的。那他的背后的投影片，他在讲他一个严肃的报表，或者是一些要 support 他东西的东西，一定都是非常专业的。那所以他站在这边，他要讲的内容，他一定要呼应嘛，他当然要穿着这样子，这就是他一个风格。那另外一个人，不是，不要还让你偷看到。高桥流就是他在简报界也是一个非常有名的一个例子，他的简报也是非常极简，就是几个字。那可是他的，比如说那他要讲10个字好了，但他的简报可能就在当场就有八张的投影片，但是他的那个速度非常快。反正我现在讲什么，我是沈幼莲，可能就5张，那他就打我很快速的我是沈幼莲，那他那个速度是非常快的。那这个就是他属于他的风格。那因为是碍于时间的关系，那我就今天就介绍3个比较在简报界比较有名的，那顺便也让你们看过投影片。因为我这样讲的话，因为是我自己有看过，所以我自己可以讲出来。可是你们没有看过，你们没有办法去体会。现在看一下你们投影片。
This is really hot. And there are well over 100 new features, and we don't have time to cover all of them today. So I get to cover 8 of them with you. 8 new features of the iPhone 4. The first one, an all-new design. Now, stop me if you've already seen this. Believe me, you ain't seen it. You've got to see this thing in person. It is one of the most beautiful designs you've ever seen. This is, beyond a doubt, the most precise thing, one of the most beautiful things we've ever made. Glass on the front and the rear, and stainless steel running around, and the precision at which this is made is beyond any consumer product we've ever seen. Its closest kin is like a beautiful old Leica camera. It's unheard of in consumer products today. Just gorgeous. And it's really thin. This is the new iPhone 4. It is just
the assumption is something like this: the Earth is so big, we can't possibly have any lasting harmful impact on the Earth's environment. And maybe that was true at one time, but it's not anymore. And one of the reasons it's not true anymore is that the most vulnerable part of the Earth's ecological system is the atmosphere. Vulnerable because it's so thin. My friend, the late Carl Sagan, used to say, if you had a big globe with a coat of varnish on it, the thickness of that varnish relative to that globe is pretty much the same as the thickness of the Earth's atmosphere compared to the Earth itself. And it's thin enough that we are capable of changing its composition. That brings up the basic science of global warming, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because you know it well. The sun's radiation comes in the form of light waves, and that heats up the Earth. And then some of the radiation that is absorbed and warms the Earth is re-radiated back into space in the form of infrared radiation. And some of the outgoing infrared radiation is trapped by this layer of atmosphere and held inside the atmosphere. And that's a good thing because it keeps the temperature of the Earth within certain boundaries, keeps it relatively constant and livable. But the problem is this thin layer of atmosphere is being thickened by all of the global warming pollution that's being put up there. And what that does is it thickens this layer of atmosphere. More of the outgoing infrared is trapped. And so the atmosphere heats up worldwide.
好，那这个是高桥流。
里面好，我是中国对不起。
你看它后面背后的字是非常大。
Chinese reading, so I start English in English, also English.
你听得懂他在讲什么？他是用英文，他用英文讲，对，但是他背后那个简报是中文。你看他的那个速度是非常快的。
I made web application in two Japanese companies, and my title is the leader of Nippon Nuki no Kai. The group Nippon Nuki no Kai is founded for supporting developers, Ruby developers, and Ruby users. And my work, I wrote some technical books. My work and book is translated in Chinese. This book, Ruby programming. Not sure. Ruby is very famous language in Japan, but not so famous for in Japan. Why? Because Japanese programmers is categorized by two types. First category is lightweight people. Lightweight people is then second category is diligent people, hard workers. Diligent people is majority in Japan. Many Japanese is very hard workers. And very new. And last, programming language for diligent people is diligent language of Java. And programming language for lightweight people.
这边不用看到完啊，因为你也不知道听到的简报，你只要看到风格而已。那另外一个呢，因为现在我看的时间还蛮多，那我在另外给你们看一个好的简报。那它是一个 tweet， 让你们看一下，觉得还不错。在这里。它是一个简报设计公司啊，所以你们不用太惊讶那个为什么这么样。
Presentations are a powerful communication medium. For more than 20 years, Duarte has developed presentations to launch products, align employees, increase company value, and propel global causes. Along the way, we have discovered 5 simple rules for creating world-changing presentations. The first rule is, treat your audience as king. Your audience deserves to be treated like royalty. Design a presentation that meets their needs and not just yours. Audiences want to know what you can do for them, why they should adopt your view, and what are the steps they need to follow to take action. Give them those things in a clear, easily understandable way, and you will undoubtedly find favor with the king. The second rule is, spread ideas and move people. Your audience didn't show up to read your 60-page on-screen dissertation. They are there to see you, to be inspired by your message and witness the quality of your thought. You are not giving your presentation to have another meeting. You are there to convey meaning. So consider including imagery that powerfully illustrates your point. Sometimes moving images can inspire in a way that static slides cannot. A sequential build adds a sense of suspense. And a thought-provoking video moves your audience in a way that can not only change minds, but hearts. The next rule is, help them see what you're saying. Half of the people in your audience are verbal thinkers. colors and the other half are visual. Combining minimal text with meaningful visuals means that you will reach everyone. Brainstorm graphics that will effectively communicate your message and then replace those words with a picture, a chart, or a diagram. Then apply a consistent treatment to your graphics to give your whole presentation a unified look so that your audience is attracted to rather than distracted from your message. Rule number 4, practice design, not decoration. As tempting as it is to fill your slides with stuff, often de-decorating is the best policy. Any writer or designer will tell you that 90% of the creative process is destructive. Do you have one main point? Consider putting just one word on the slide by itself. You want them to remember a few items? Then don't show everything at once. Instead, show one item at a time. Do you have a picture that accurately expresses your idea? Scale that picture so it fills the slide. Do you know a quote that says it all? Then let it say it and remove everything else. The last rule is, cultivate healthy relationships with your slides and your audience. Letting go is hard, we know, but don't hide behind your slides. Breaking your dependence on your slides can do a world of good for your relationship with the audience. Reduce the amount of text to just a few words and put the rest of the information in the notes, and then practice, practice, practice. Thinking of your slides as digital scenery allows you to connect eye to eye with your audience in a meaningful way. So, those are the rules, but the question remains, why go to all this trouble? Why not do it the way you're used to? The answer is simple, because everyone else does it that way too, and you need to stand apart and be different. When you apply these rules and keep the audience's needs top of mind, your presentation will not only hold their attention, but also change the world. Well, at least your part.